What's up, everybody? Welcome to Let's Smoke on It. I'm your host, Nick. Today we're here with Justin Harris, aka Justin Dreamz. How the hell are you, man?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I guess to start off with, just tell me a little bit about yourself. I know we've kind of known each other for a little while,
Yeah.
through Instagram and stuff, but this is our first time sitting down. So, I mean, run me through, who you are.
Uh, I dang. Well, I'm 20. I'm gonna be 21 soon. Um, I I live in New York right now. I moved here about like 3 years ago, and I originally lived in North Carolina. I started getting into music like when I was like young, like nine. Like I heard Michael Jackson, and like before then, and like after he passed, like I started listening to his songs more, and like I just knew I wanted to like make a change, you know what I'm saying? Like Man in the Mirror, like that was so big for me growing up. It's like making a change in the world and using music and art and stuff like that.
So, I mean, what do you do like other than music? What are some of your hobbies?
Uh like painting, drawing. I like dancing a lot, even though I'm not that good.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of
Oh,
dancing do you do? Anything
like
specific or just kind of like freestyle?
freestyle.
That's cool,
I'm
man. I think that shit's really cool, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously, I'm not the dude to be dancing, but I think it's cool as fuck, to be honest.
nice.
Um, so I mean, you just had an album come out. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. Okay. I the album Dreams, it's called the Dreamscape, and I made it because like it was like I'm sorry, I'm having
Excuse
like a
me.
brain fart
No, dude, you're
right
good.
now. But it's called the Dreamscape because like obviously like my name is Justin Dream, so I was like my first album has to be like something similar, tell them what I'm about.
Of course.
And I chose Dreams because like all my life, like dreams had had a big impact on me, like figuring out who I am, like subconsciously, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You like look at dreams and it's all like nonsense. And it's like, but if you go through and pick it out, like for me, that was like a big thing. Like I could see what my weaknesses are, what my strengths were. And I think a lot of people are living out of their subconscious, out of their unconscious, part of their mind, and not really, I don't know, not really looking at it. And I made the dreamscape because like part of it's like, oh yeah, fun party. And then also part of it's like reflection on me as an individual, and maybe can help other people figure themselves out too, you know what I'm saying?
Now, do you remember like exactly how you came up with that idea of the whole dreamscape?
Yeah, I was actually in boot camp.
Oh shit, okay.
Okay, so so 2019, I signed up for the Marines, and this was like a year after I was out of high school. I was like, I'm gonna take a year off because I just didn't feel ready for college. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wasn't organized. I was like, I'm just gonna go to college and waste a bunch of money. I need to do something with my life. So I went to the Marines, um, and I went there, trained for a month. Then I broke my wrist after a month, and
Shit.
um, yeah, and that was like I went into this medical platoon because they don't send you home when you break something. They keep you on the island where they're training you.
Isn't
And
it,
so
I don't mean
yeah,
to interrupt you, but
no,
isn't
you're
it
fine.
like in boot camp where if you get injured, instead of like sending you home or whatever, you just have to stay that amount of time afterward
Uh,
or something
Basically,
like
yeah.
that?
Like, so I broke my wrist. They're like, you're gonna stay here till you heal, and then you're gonna go back into training where you were.
Yeah.
I would go back into that like 1 month. So wherever I was, plus the rest of the time, yeah, you're right. Um, so I was in STC. It's like special training company or whatever. So we were all like broken, hands and feet and stuff, and sick people. And I was just hanging out, and I was like, man, I really jumped into this. I was like, I could have just stayed home and started like making music, because I went there because like I felt like at that point in my life, like I was half-assing everything. I felt like I wasn't gonna make it anywhere. I felt like I was gonna fail at everything. I was like, I need a backup.
Yeah, I've
Ever
been there,
felt like
dude.
that?
I've been
Yeah.
there.
And then so I hear people talk about that now, like I need a backup plan. I need a backup plan just in case my dreams don't work out. And that's where I was. But then I was like, nah, I don't need a backup plan. This is actually like getting in the way of my plans, you know what I'm saying? So I was there and I was like, but if I go home and I don't have anything to show for it, then I'm just going to be back where I was. So I started thinking of like, what do I want to write about, you know? And then the dreamscape like just kind of seeped into my mind.
So after you came up with the whole idea, how long was the process between like coming up with that and then I guess not even dropping it, but like announcing it? How long was that?
Ooh, I'd have to say like, okay, it was like August. I think I started announcing it that same year in like November, December. I think it was December. It was it was about 4 months. Yeah. Um,
I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty goddamn impressed.
why? What do you mean?
I mean, like, so after you came up with the idea, I guess before you announced it, were you already recording?
um, I started recording. What is it? I recorded like one song that was gonna. I didn't even know it was gonna be the album on the album because like at the time it was just like it was still a brainchild. You know, I didn't know what songs I wanted on it, and I was like, oh, let me record this one. It was eyelids, so it was like one song before I was like I had a bunch of songs written, but I was like crap, I lost my train of thought.
You're good, dude. You're good.
But yeah, so basically I had one song before um I announced it. One song recorded.
So what about between when you came up with the idea and then dropped it? What was the time difference?
Oh God. It's like over a year.
So like you said, you came up with it in August of 2019,
I guess it'd technically be like July because I was
July.
still, yeah, it would be like June, July. So probably like 6 months and 6 months of coming up with the, or between coming up with the idea and then announcing it. And then like,
Almost
oh,
roughly 2 years, right?
basically, yeah.
Because if it was June or July and then you dropped it in April of this year, like the beginning of April, I guess more towards the middle, but
Yeah.
so I
So it
mean
was
still
like,
that's pretty impressive, dude. The like I said, in the last episode, the fall, bro, it genuinely like blew my mind. Because I hadn't been on Instagram in a while on that account, and I was scrolling through and I saw the snippet of it, and I genuinely was like, "Holy shit!" Because like the quality of it, it was genuinely something that I felt like I would have heard of like on the radio or like on a big Spotify playlist because it fucking blew my mind. I was like, "Holy shit!" The quality, it was catchy, like the lyrics were fucking incredible. Like I did just blew my mind and I was like, holy fuck. And
thanks, man.
like I'm genuinely impressed with the entire thing. Like I was telling people at work and shit about it because I was like, dude,
For real?
yeah, bro, I like I
Hey, that
the
means a
sh-
lot, man.
yeah, the shout out I gave you in the last episode too. Like I just it fucking I didn't it leaves me speechless almost because like I've followed you probably since probably
God,
like 2018 maybe.
yeah, it
So it's
was
been
been a
like 4 years
while.
almost. And like to see that the progress, dude, is fucking insane. Like I stopped making music probably shit almost a year and a half ago, I think. Like I've kind of written stuff here and there, but yeah, I stopped writing a long time ago. But just to see the progress you've made since we I don't know, when did you actually like start writing music?
Start writing it. I started writing when I was like 11,
So
but it
yeah,
was,
you've been writing for
yeah,
a long fucking
yeah.
time. I didn't start writing until 2017. The first song I ever made actually was almost like a joke idea
Yeah.
because it was like me and two of my cousins at my cousin's house, and we said we should come up, we should like make a song. And like we were kind of joking, but not really. But then me and my cousin came up with, we named it My Confessions. And I don't know, it was just kind of like a sad boy song.
Yeah.
And we recorded it on like a plug-in pair of headphones on an iPhone. And like it started off as a joke, but then I found out that I like I've always been drawn to music, but like I started writing and I was like, dude, I love writing music. And so I started getting into it, but I I ended up getting a job, and like that job fucking ruined my creativity for a long time. And then I left there for a different job and then got a third shift job, which fucking ruined it even more. So it was just
Oof.
like, yeah, I stopped doing anything creative for a long time,
Damn.
unless you count video games as like creativity. But um, yeah, dude, I was so tired, never did anything. So I stopped doing this for a long time too, probably like 3 months. And then I just got this dope ass new job. So I'm getting back into it. But
Hell yeah.
I think eventually I want to get back into music too, but I can't even remember like the actual point of I was saying. But like just I'm impressed overall with just the progress you've made since I've known you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude,
It's
absolutely. Shit, my
I
bad.
think I think it's no, you're good. I think it's like part of it's like personal growth at the same time, because it's like I'd always write from the heart. So it's like wherever my heart is, that's where my writing is. And people tell me it's like, oh, you've gotten so much better. And it's like I've just tried to get better as like a person, I guess, you know?
So would you say that like as you mature, your music kind of matures? Or like
Definitely.
I guess mature might not be the best word, but like grows. So um you said Michael Jackson at the beginning. You kind of answered one of my questions, but who were some of your like biggest influences, not only for the album, but like in general? Who were some of your biggest influences, not even just musically?
Okay, yeah, okay, so not even just musically.
I mean, I guess that was kind of a jumbled question, but like,
Yeah.
I guess first off, who are some of your biggest influences? And then after, if you want to say like influences that you had on the album afterward, if you want to answer that, you can.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll answer both. Okay, so growing up, Michael Jackson, I was like, I knew I wanted to get into music after I heard his music, you know? And then I heard Eminem when I was like 10, 11. And then
I
that's
do.
when
I
I,
love to hear that. Like,
dude,
I
that's,
feel like Eminem gets so much hate, and it's like it's
dude,
so good to hear somebody else have appreciation for
for
him.
real. Like, I just like some people just don't understand, man. Like, like, what was it? Not Afraid. That, that, like, that touched my heart when I was like 11, because I was just
Bro,
like,
same.
I felt so afraid of like everything, like my parents and school and bullies and all that. And I'm just like, yeah, no, he's right. I shouldn't be afraid.
Bro, like, and everybody hates that song now, and it's like I fucking love that song because that song, like you said, that song was huge for me when I was like middle
Yeah.
school age.
And it's like, you realize if you didn't have those people that inspired the hell out of you, where would you be now, you know? So it's like, if I can be that person for the next generation or just a few people around me, like that's my dream. You know what I'm saying? Like that is what keeps me going, you know?
Yeah, I've always been someone that likes to help other people and like almost put people before me because
Mm.
like I just like to see other people happy, like laughing. I've always loved making people laugh. I've always like even just in high school and shit, I would just do dumb shit in the middle of class just to see people laugh. It's good to see other people happy, and like you said, if I can be that for somebody,
Yeah,
it's cool as hell.
definitely. Um, for so it's like Michael Jackson, Eminem, Childish Gambino, because he's like, like the whole like he touched a lot on like racism, but it was like he didn't like let it overshadow who he was as a person, you know what I'm saying? But like it was like one of those cool things that I was like, oh yeah, he understands what it means to be like to talk normally, not talk normal, but like be called an Oreo. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard that term?
I feel like I have, but what does it mean for you?
It's like, so when I was growing up, people would be like, "Oh my God, you talk so white," and I'm just like,
Okay, that's what I thought,
"Yeah,"
but
I'm just like, "No, I'm just talking normally," and it's
he
like,
says something like that in a song, right? I don't remember
yeah,
exactly what they
he
used to
said,
call me Oreo or something like that, right?
yeah,
I can't
but
remember. I've heard the song before, but I can't
like
remember the exact lyric off the top of my head.
me either. I just know that like he brought it up a lot, and he was just like, "Oh no, I'm black and I act white," and I was like, "Oh, so like that's a normal thing," because it's like you get in your head about all these topics, and that was one of the topics that got me into Childish Gambino, but also his style, like he was a big influence on the album too, because he wasn't afraid to like try out different stuff with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like
I've
he
always
has
liked that about him too.
weird style, and I'm like, yo, I like that.
Like that album he dropped, I think it was last year. Maybe it was the year
Oh,
before. I can't remember. It was
ooh,
like 3 15 20 or something like that.
yes.
I thought that was a great album, and
Oh my
I
God.
don't think it got enough love.
Nah, man, because it was just so different. Everyone was like, ugh, you know?
Yeah, like that was Childish Gambino. Like I thought it was a great album.
It was great. And it's funny because he recorded it like mad long time ago. Because he stopped making music before then, which sucks. I want to do a song with him, but like
I, I thought he said he had one more album like after that.
for real?
I thought so. I thought he said he had like another rap album coming, but I could be making that up. I thought I read that somewhere though.
I don't know. After like everything, like it wouldn't surprise me. Like if he got back into it or something, or if he has another one just on the shelf.
I mean, I would love it, to be honest with you. Are
For real.
you talking about Atlanta, by the way?
Hmm.
That show? Are you talking about Atlanta?
Oh wait, you said
When
he
you
has
said
an
no, when you said on the show, or did I mishear you?
oh shelf,
Oh,
shelf.
on the shelf. Okay,
Another
my
album
bad.
on the shelf. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So I meant. I mean, I was gonna ask you about Atlanta anyway. I've only seen like the first couple episodes. I mean,
Dude,
are you into it?
that's a good show.
Is
That's
it?
a good. I gotta finish the second season, but it's really good. I love it.
I was a little like, so I watched like the first episode and then I
Yeah,
stopped watching it for months. And then I watched the second episode and I didn't remember anything. So like, I really need to just start over and like, I might just do it this weekend. I might just binge watch the entire thing.
dude.
Are they
Oh,
hour-long episodes?
I think yeah, they're like 45 minutes. I'm pretty sure.
It's gonna be a great weekend. So anyway,
Yeah.
Eminem, Childish Gambino, Michael Jackson, anybody else?
Um, I guess style wise, it'd be like, oh crap, like Logic,
Love Logic.
DMX, Hobson.
Love
Like
Hobson.
I, crap, there's just so many. It's like even singers too, like Beyonce, oh Jay-Z, freaking. It's like all these little like you hear all these songs in these different styles, and they all just add up. You know what I'm saying? And like
Yeah.
I try to take from as many sources as I can, like, oh, let's try this out today, let's try that out today, and see what works for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a
So
lot.
were the you said Childish Gambino a little bit. Was there any inspirations on the album?
Um, just the overall like how I made it like I tried to make each song a different vibe
And
because
I
after
fucked with that.
yeah, like I listened to Camp. Have you ever listened to Camp by Childish? Like,
It's the album, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like I listened to it and there's songs like, I kind of like, and then there's songs like, oh yeah, I love this song. But it's like every single song was just like, I'm gonna do something different today. So I was like, yeah, I want an album like that, at least for my first one.
See, and what I like about those kind of albums is that like they have something for every kind of emotion, you know? So
Hmm.
like there's kind of something like that'll get you fucking pumped, or there's something that like you're feeling kind of low, not necessarily sad, but like, you just want something kind of calm.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? So there's something for every kind of emotion. And I think that's like a cool idea.
definitely. I didn't even think about
I
that.
mean, but that's how I've always seen it anyway.
Yeah,
Like you said, camp. Um, I mean, your album has a lot of, like you said, a lot of different vibes. So, I mean, your album can be something like that to be quite honest with you, like for a lot of different, like the fall.
Yeah,
I mean, even just that one song, you could be in like a few different emotions, and that song can be great for those kind of emotions. Like you need an uplifting song, like that's a good song. But then, um, maybe you want something like a little more calm, but that song would also be great for that. So, I mean,
sure.
I think, I mean, I fuck with that heavy, to be honest with you.
I I think emotion plays a big part in like my writing process. It's like
I think it makes music more genuine doing it that way,
definitely,
especially
definitely.
like to write your own music. If you're writing it from your own emotions and like your own heart and mind, like it makes music that much better.
Exactly. Like I don't really consider myself a musician because I don't know like music theory in depth like that. But like other people are like that doesn't matter, you know, like you go from the heart and like I don't know.
I mean, if you have no like you if you don't know music theory and you're making music like that, bro, you got nothing to worry about.
Thank you.
Because like I have a basic knowledge of music theory. I was in choir from sixth grade, sixth or seventh grade. I can't remember that. Maybe it was seventh grade. I don't think we could start. I don't fucking remember. Middle school sometime until freshman year, and then I just stopped. So like I have a basic knowledge, but other than like the basic shit, dude, I have no idea. So if you're making the music you are, like it's only up from here. Like it's fucking you're making great shit already. So keep it up with what you're doing because you're fucking killing it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure. So who's
Um,
your dream feature?
my dream feature,
Yeah, like it dead or alive, still making music, whether they are or not. Anyone.
anyone. Oh, yeah. Mm, I'd have to say, yeah, nah. I'd have to say either Childish Gambino or like Eminem, just because like I've just always looked up to them and like heard the music, and I was like, man, I really want to be in a song with them. Like,
Dude,
or yeah,
I feel that.
or
I
you ever heard Token?
I love Token,
Dude,
dude.
I would love to be on a song with
I was
Token.
actually gonna wear a Token hat and I forgot. I have a hat upstairs. It says Between Somewhere on it from
Mm,
his album. And then I have a code red shirt. It's like a red, it's all like dark red, or I guess it's kind of more bright red, but then it's got the dogs from the music video from Code Red. And then
God,
it's got Code Red and like that the writing. It's fucking sweet. I
that
love
whole,
Token.
oh my God, like he's been snapping so hard for like even when he wasn't that big, like he just had a couple thousand views. My friend was like, dude, this guy's about to be big. I was like, I know. And then he
Yeah.
just blew up from there. I was like,
My brother posted about him on his Snapchat one day, and I was like, "Give me a couple of good songs." Like I'm looking at new shit, and bro,
yeah,
I've been in love with him ever since. Like, um, I'm trying to think. The first few songs I heard were Code Red, Doozy,
mm,
Exception, Happiness, Lost. I mean, he's got so many fucking good songs, and then he's finally starting to release shit again. Have you heard Dentures?
yes. I
Dude,
watched it like 2 days after it came out. I was like,
bro, it's
yes.
so fucking good. I hope like because I think he said the first two singles he dropped before that, which were like 30 People
Hmm.
and Curfew.
My girl is
And
18.
yeah,
Oh my God.
so I think if those three songs are all on an album together, I think he's gonna have a pretty good album. Because
Is
like
that yeah? Is that what it was for?
I don't remember. I know Dentures is a part of the album, but I can't remember if those other two songs were just singles he dropped or if they're a part of it too. But like that's also like he's kind of a good example too because he's got a lot of music for a lot of different emotions like happiness. You know, I'm just kind of like assuming you know a lot of Token because
I've only like I haven't heard oh like I've heard a decent amount, but I haven't heard Happiness, I don't think.
so it's off of his first album. It's called Eraser Shavings.
Yeah.
Um, Happiness is on there. It's just like it goes through a few different scenarios of people not being happy. Like one of them is
Wait, yeah, I've heard that song.
he's like behind a girl in class and
Mhm.
she's got like makeup on her wrist covering up cuts. And she says something like, just because I'm around it doesn't mean I have it, or something like that, talking about happiness. He's a good example too, because like he's got songs like that, but then he's got songs like Dentures, like
Mhm.
he goes fucking hard on that song. And then Exception. Have you heard that one?
Uh, which one is that? Like,
It's about uh the kid being bullied.
and he doesn't he like
He
he
shoots
pulls out a
this.
gun at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I like that one a lot.
it's that's a deep song.
Definitely.
Have you? We're getting really off topic, and
I know.
I'm sorry. Um, do do you watch Sway 45?
Yeah.
Did you see his freestyle on there? His most
Oh
recent
yeah.
one?
And then he like stopped the beat and he like just
He's
went really deep.
he explains how the last video Nicholas Cruz ever saw was his music video of Exception.
Hmm.
And that dude, like it gives me goosebumps talking about it right now because like it's I can't imagine how he feels after that. It's fucking it's deep.
Oh yeah.
I just
But,
he's great. I'm glad you brought him up because he doesn't get a lot of love either.
oh no.
But anyway, you said Childish Gambino or Eminem would be your dream feature.
Yeah, most def.
So if you weren't doing music right now, what would you be doing? You said you joined the Marines, so I imagine you're probably just
Uh, I think I would have quit them if I wasn't doing music too. Like, I just like,
did you not complete it?
mhm. No, no, no. Okay, so I don't think I ever finished that. No. So what happened was after a month of training, I broke my wrist, and then I stayed there for 4 more months. It was like the entire summer. And the whole time I was there, I was basically trying to get home, heal up and get home. And so I was waiting to heal up. It got really complicated. It was really weird. But I was waiting to get home. I was writing music. I was like talking to my friends and stuff. And I came up with the Dreamscape like while I was like in the bathroom because we were like washing laundry and shit. But I was just like I came to a decision. I was like, I can't stay here any longer. I was like, but I've already put in so much effort. But I was like, I've already put in so much effort to music. I can't just like go off and like do this whole military thing and pretend like I don't want to put music at the forefront of my life, you know? I felt like it was a decision I had to make and I made it. And after 5 months of being on an island with a bunch of guys every day,
On an island. I
finally,
can't even fucking imagine, dude.
dude, it was an experience. It wasn't all bad. It was a I opened a can of worms like inside myself, like looked at a lot of shit in my past that I wanted to cover up. So it was like good for me. I don't think a lot of people use it that way, but
A
like I
mind-opening
definitely,
experience.
yeah, like reflection. I did a lot of that. So when I got out, that poured into my music, my growth, like literally hand in hand. As I was growing, I was just writing about what I was feeling, and it just like turned into the dreamscape all at once, you know. Super weird.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you break your wrist?
Pugil sticks. That's like a training exercise that trains you to fight with a rifle. So like you have this big wooden stick with like two foam pads on the end, and you go at each other on this like wooden bridge thing, and like you have like padding on and stuff, and you like charge each other, and you're trying to like hit the other person.
Knock each other off, right?
Yeah, well, knock each other down really,
Okay.
and try to get hits with the side that's like the knife, the bayonet or whatever.
Okay.
um when I was doing it, I fell a couple times, and it was after that I noticed like my wrist was hurting, and I was like, oh no, it's just sore because I was just like in pugil sticks. And
Yeah.
by like it was like an hour after that, I couldn't even hold my rifle. Now the rifle we were issued was only like 7 pounds. So imagine not being able to hold 7 pounds with your right hand.
I can imagine that's probably pretty fucking terrible, especially when you have to do it all the time.
Yeah, we're literally like going back to
Excuse
the
me.
squad bay. We're all sweaty and nasty, and we're like marching. Everyone's yelling. He's like, "Pick up your rifle," and I'm just
I
like,
can't.
like I kept just saying, "I sir," and like trying to pick it up. He's like, "Oh, stop being a wimp," and I was like, "Oh," you know. But I tried to hide it, and by the end of the day, my senior drill instructor, he's like the head of the drill instructors. You go to him with all your emotional problems and shit. He came up to me and he's like, "Hey, Harris," and I'm like, "Aye, sir." He's like, "Let me see your hand." I was like, "Here, sir," and like he was like, "Wiggle your fingers," and I could only like, I know you can see it. I know they won't be able to see it, but it's like
I'm,
the
I
very top,
I
like,
actually might upload this on YouTube if you're cool with that.
oh, that's straight, yeah.
Okay.
So like the very top, I could barely like move my fingers, and he was just like, he's like, "When did that happen?" And I told him it was like earlier today, and he was like, "Why didn't you tell us?" I was like, "I thought it would get better." He was like, "Oh, look at you now." But but yeah, no, they're really cool about it. That's how I broke it. Oh,
So you came out of the Marines, right? The
yes.
Marines.
Yeah.
So came out of there, started working on this album, recorded it, and all that. Now, have you ever performed?
Actually, yes. I started like doing, what is it? What would you call it? Like informal performances. Like I was in chorus too. That's how I got like sort of music theory that I don't remember at all now.
That's where I'm at too, dude.
Yeah. That's why it was funny. Like you were talking about, I was like, dude, that's exactly how I feel right now. Like, but I was in high school and I was what is it? Down south, we have like 4 block schedule. So it was like each class is an hour and a half. So
Jesus.
yeah, so we had to find stuff to do, and our teacher was really cool. She was like, "Okay, today we're gonna make songs and stuff," and we would make songs sometimes, and I rapped in front of the whole class, and it was supposed to be like using vocabulary and stuff, so it was educational. And she was like, "You used the words wrong," and I was like, I, and then like some guy stood up for me. He was like, "Hey, but he still snapped. That was still fire," and I was just like, "Yeah." But that was like one of my first times performing in front of people. Um, I performed at my senior solo. It was like another thing for chorus. That was at a different school though, up in here in New York. I asked him if I could write a song for it, and he let me. I never put that song on Spotify or anywhere because I couldn't get the lease for it. But that song was close to my heart too because it was about like how you make yourself. You know, you make you. That's what it's
Yeah.
called. Other than that, it was like open mic nights. Those are really fun.
So you've done how many shows do you think?
At least, including the informal ones at school, probably like I'd say only 10.
I
That
mean,
might
that's
be
still a good
stretching
amount.
it. Yeah.
So I mean, obviously COVID and shit. You got anything coming up?
Nah, I wish. I'm actually taking a trip soon.
So like a vacation kind of trip?
More like another reflection, but it's not gonna be a boot camp.
Okay, gotcha.
It's I'm going to India.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so a big, I don't think I didn't answer that question. A big inspiration for the album was yoga. Uh and that
Doing
sounds,
yoga.
yeah, like a lot of,
I've heard that it's
yeah,
honestly therapeutic for a lot of people.
definitely. Like whenever I talk about personal growth and like looking inside yourself and like figuring yourself out, I'm mainly just talking about yoga. Like people are like, "Oh, what? How does that make any sense?" And it's like, well, your body's a machine if you think about it, you know, on that level. It's constantly running, your heart's beating, you're breathing. Yoga, not yoga from the United States, yoga from India, classical yoga.
Mhm.
It's all about using your breath, your thoughts, your emotions, your body, all of it, your energy, like putting it all in one direction and using your body as a machine, and not just like and not just like having it and like, oh yeah, this is just how I am. No, you can make yourself in a certain way by doing certain things every day. and like it works, because if you like cut the same part of your, this is a really bad example, but if you cut the same part of your skin every day, it's gonna like leave some deformation, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if you do certain things with your body every day, your breath, your mind, it will have results, and people don't, I think some people don't like believe that, but yeah.
This is kind of a two-parter.
Mhm.
Have you ever done like hot yoga?
No. I've done yoga while it's hot, but not really
Not
specifically
like
hot yoga.
actually hot yoga.
I've heard about that though.
And do you do anything like breathing exercise or like breathing training?
Um, Breathing is a big part of the processes that are offered at Isha Yoga. That's the yoga I've gotten into. So it's like the first one I learned was, it was called Isha Kriya, and you use your breath and your thoughts in a certain way. So it's like you use a mantra and you breathe in and you say part of the mantra and you breathe out, and you don't say the mantra, you think it, but like you breathe in, you breathe out, and you stay aware of your breath. Like you don't control it, but you watch it, if that makes any sense.
That sounds honestly like kind of hard.
Yeah, it takes a lot of focus, like to be focused on your breath but not stop it and not push it forward. You just observe what's happening, and if you
And
could
you're
do
trying
it,
to focus on something else at the same time. Like that sounds so hard to be honest.
and you sit still, and you have to sit like perfectly still, like, and like have your eyes closed, and
Even just like
yeah.
muscle wise, that takes a lot.
Yeah, like I started that when I was 15. So
Almost
um
6 years.
definitely, yeah. But it was like on and off and trying different things. And so yeah, breathing's a big part. Like even if you're just aware of your breath in your daily going about, it'll help you be more aware of your emotions and your thoughts and stuff, because that's all connected. Um, there's a whole science behind yoga that I still don't understand, but
I
like
honestly think that shit's so fucking cool.
it's dope if you
Like
dive into it.
I really want to get into like doing yoga and shit. Cause like
Mhm.
I want this year to be like a self reflection, self care kind of year.
Oh yeah.
Like I've been trying to work on like losing weight and trying to be more mindful of my health, but also my like mental health in general. Um, it's just kind of something I've put on the back burner for a long time. But then I realized like I shouldn't be focusing on anybody else if I'm not in the best condition, not even like physically, but like mentally. If
Yeah,
I'm not at 100%, then I can't give somebody else 100%.
exactly.
So,
I feel that.
not, I just think working on myself and doing shit that I like and that make me happy is the focus of the entire year. So, like,
Mhm.
learning other things that are good for self care and self help are cool to hear about.
Oh, dope. Well, if you want, I can like send you recommendations later after the podcast.
I would
Like,
actually love that.
okay, cool. Because I know some, they're like starter yogas. They're like only 5 minutes, and you can even like put them together and use them in different. I don't want to say proportions, but like different ways, and what work, and like try them out and see what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Um, and what your body needs and your mind needs, because it's all about you.
Yeah, because it's different for everybody.
Yeah,
It's like, I mean, pretty much everything, like, not even just in the way people think, it's never the exact same as somebody else.
exactly.
Like, you might have similar views, but on certain things you might agree, and on other things you don't. Like, it's just not
Mhm.
everything is, I don't think subjective is the right word. Maybe it is. Everything is just unique for everyone because
Yeah,
everyone is unique.
it's funny. Like our differences make us the same. Like
Yeah,
the fact that we
exactly.
all have differences.
We're the same in having differences. I've never actually thought about it that way, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
Mhm.
if someone, all right, I'll give you a scenario. So say
All right.
one of your best friends brings somebody new to meet you and they're like, hey, this guy makes music. And he's like, oh, cool. What's your music like? How would you describe it?
uh Raw. like if it's either raw by quality or raw by emotion, like, or just raw by like even if the emotion's like playful, like I try to keep it like as that's the only word I can think of, like raw, like upfront in your face, like you can't ignore it. Even if it's bad, like you still won't be able to ignore it. You'll notice it. Like I don't want to say flashy. I like that word raw. So I think that's what
I would agree with that.
I
So what's next for you? I mean, you said you're going on a trip, but like in general, what's next?
So what's next for me? I really want to make music videos. I don't know if that'll be possible, but because like, well, right now, because I'm trying to plan for this trip and stuff and make
Yeah.
sure I have enough money. But I guess what's next for me is that trip. I'm planning to be away from home for like 8 months.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like you said, like self-reflection. That's what I'm doing this year too, basically. Um, the whole like
I
it's
should
a
have done it fucking last year, but
I feel like every day honestly should just be like um you reflect on what's definitely possible, man. But yeah, next for me is like going to India, going to this yoga retreat, and really just giving myself the time that I felt like I've needed for a long time. Like I've given myself time, like, daily, and then it gets to a point to where it's just like you want to be away from working and stuff. Like I'll still be volunteering at this center. Like you go there, you wake up at a certain time, you do yoga, you eat, you volunteer, you help them out with programs and stuff like that, and gardening and all this kind of stuff, and like growing food and like
that's so fucking cool, dude.
yeah, if COVID wasn't going on, I'm pretty sure they'd have us going out in the community and stuff. But
Oh
I
shit.
think with COVID, they're just gonna have us in the ashram and have other people out there that are designated for that. But they help out the community and all that kind of stuff. Like Isha Foundation, really good foundation. But so yeah, that's what's next for me. I'm gonna be sitting back, reflecting, um, thinking about my second album. I really want it to be natural sounding. I want to learn um honestly meditative music and make poems with it.
Oh
So
shit.
yeah, so it's like you'll have music that is good for you mentally and physically. That's the kind of music they make in India too, like classical Indian music. That's what it was cultured from. An awareness of your body and your mind and how they work together with sound. So I'm trying to get into that.
Dude, I never knew that. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, I like look into this shit all the time and I'm just like, oh, this sounds so cool. I really want to get into this. And I'm like, well, why don't I? So that's the first step for me. I'm trying to just doing that, going to India, seeing what I could do with music, like basically enhance it. My second album is going to be something different, something not seen by a lot of people nowadays. At least trying to make it that way. And then but in general, just I don't know, just figuring out what I want to do next, honestly, is what's next for me, I guess. But yeah.
So I got two more questions for you. The first one,
Yes.
what's one message you want to leave for your fans?
My fans, that okay, one message. Listen, like I'm coming out with a audio drama on a podcast soon to go with the album. So it tells my story and a made up story that I made and like intertwines them. And I'm gonna put it in a playlist with the music playing back to back. So it's gonna be like podcast story, the song, podcast story, the song, and it's all gonna like mesh together.
That's
Because I did,
fucking sweet, dude.
yeah, I was like, I wanna put in I want to put in skits and stuff, but like the skits were too long, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I just make an audio drama and then put it all together and like playlists and stuff on different platforms, and then if people want to listen, they'll listen, even if it's long, you know. Um, it probably won't be like super long, but like, like it's a good chunk. But that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, like if you really want a message and you want to know like the stuff I was talking about, like yoga, awareness, consciousness, people are getting into all that spirituality stuff. If you're interested in that and you want to hear my experiences with it, I'll listen to that when that comes out, and that should be coming out in a few weeks. So that's what I would say. Just listen in general to everything around you. Listen to people, listen to the world. Like the more silent you are, the more you notice, the more you hear, um, outside yourself and inside yourself. So
Go ahead and plug that, dude. Like
yeah.
plug your stuff.
Oh, so yeah, the Dreamscape is like the first part is the music. I already released that, the mixtape, but the audio drama is it's about um this character named Morpheus, and he's you learn this like really early on. I don't want to say a spaceman, but he's from space. Um, and he gets into this machine that takes him through memories. And he happens to go through my memories. It's a coincidence. It wasn't me. I didn't plan it. But no, he goes through my memories, and I tell you about boot camp, what happened there, what happened right after, and like almost step by step, like how I got out, like out of I don't want to say like out of myself. That doesn't make any sense. Like out of my own limitations of who I thought I was or what I thought I was as a person. Because I feel like as humans we're way more than that. And that's what the whole audio drama is about. It's about the message behind the music. Because music is only like it's only a few minutes, you know. You can't
Mhm.
like just keep throwing words at someone. Like Token can do that because he does it really fast in an
Yeah.
entertaining way. But if he wanted us to pick apart every single bar, we'd be sitting around for hours. So instead of doing that, I just made like an audio drama that's going to be a few hours, and like it's going to be like a movie, but
Audio.
yeah.
That's cool as fuck, dude. I mean, I don't know that anybody else is doing that. It's really unique. I think that's a cool
Exactly.
as fuck idea.
Yeah. I got it from listening to audiobooks. I was like, oh, I want to make one of these. And I was like, I wonder if I ever get the chance. And I was like, I have a studio close to me and friends, and my friends are actors. Well, one of them is, and the other ones are just kind of good at acting. So I was like,
There you
I'm
go.
gonna
It works
put
out,
it
dude.
yeah. But no, it's been fun. But yeah.
All right, last question for you.
All right.
So, I try to ask this for all my guests, but in order
All
to
right.
remove the stigma around mental health, um, it's not really looked at as that's not normalized in society. So, in order to try and normalize it, I like to ask my guests, how they're doing on a mental note, like deep down mentally. How are you? How are things going? I know it's been a rough time for a lot of people.
For me mentally, I'm at a place I've never been before. Like I don't hate. I don't particularly like saying this out loud because it's like sometimes I feel like I'm bragging or something, but it's like I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. And it's like a lot of people don't like hearing that because like they're a lot of people are unhappy, and I'm not saying like everyone's this way, but some people don't like hearing that other people are happy when they're not. So right now I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life, and at the same time I still feel like I have a long way to go, like not mentally but like life-wise, you know. And I think I'm really confused and lost, but I'm happy about it because I'm growing. I know that sounds weird.
I mean, it makes sense though, and I don't think it's a brag, dude. If you're happy and
Mhm.
if that's truly how you're feeling, you should be able to flaunt that without worrying about that. Cause like, dude,
Yeah.
I've been doing well too. Like it's been shit, man. I'd say probably 2018 through probably like the last few months was like not fantastic mentally for me, and like
Mhm.
I just dealt with a lot of shit. And I mean, I was coming out of a pretty rough relationship after that, and then it
Oof,
was just kind of not how I wanted my life to go. And I'm kind of picking up the pieces now. And I mean, I think we should be able to flaunt our happiness, you know what I mean? Because we worked for it.
definitely.
And I think people need to hear that, because like sitting and sulking is not gonna fix your problems.
That's so
Like,
true.
and you're like you said, people are not gonna like to hear that. But as somebody, I don't know if you have, but as somebody who's been through like just not wanting to do anything, like just want to sit and sulk in my own, to be quite frank, bullshit. But um, you have to work for it if you really, really want it,
That's
just
true.
like everything else.
Hmm. Like, and I think that's one thing that I want to like bring to people's awareness is like they're like I'm like you can change the way you think, the way you feel, and they're like, yeah, but how? But then when I say, there's like stuff like meditation and yoga and like different methods, they're just like, oh no, that's not going to work for me without even trying it. You got to try
You
different
have to try
things.
things,
Exactly. Like everything's not going to work for everyone, but you
e-
can definitely find something.
especially not on the first try most of the time.
Oh yeah.
Like people, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but I've heard people say like, oh, I've tried therapy and it doesn't work. Well, how many times did you go? Once.
Yeah.
They're just getting to know you. Like, what do you mean? You have to go a few times. Like, honestly, what do they say? Like 2 weeks makes a habit, 3 weeks makes a habit, or something like that. So like, I feel like it's the same thing when you're trying something new. Like, you got to try it for quite some time before you know whether it's gonna work for you or not. Not even just in terms of like, therapy or whatever, but like just doing shit. And if you're not good at it, you drop it right away. And it's like Hobson says it, I think in Ill 95, it's like you you pick something up, try it out, and put it down 2 minutes later. You can't do that. Like, it's you don't get the full experience by
Yeah,
doing
like
that.
I thought that's what rapping was going to be for me. Like I genuinely thought that after recording like my first like rap, I was like, "Oh, I like I guess like I was like I'm not very good, you know? I don't know what I'm doing and I'm like I'm probably not going to." So I was like, "Oh, it's just going to be a hobby. I'm not going to go anywhere with this, like not seriously."
See, and I have a friend that he wants to. He's constantly writing, and I think
Yeah.
he's like just recording stuff for himself.
Hmm.
But I think he's kind of in that same spot where he's like, where this isn't very good,
Hmm.
so I shouldn't release it. And I don't know if that's really what he thinks, but like I've sat with him, and like I can't freestyle. Like my mind doesn't work fast enough. I thrive when I can write, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
he can write, he can freestyle. Like, he just started really trying to do stuff about, I want to say, just over a year ago.
Mm.
And like he reminds me a lot of Mac Miller, because like
Ooh.
he rides, like the beats he uses are a lot like Mac Miller. Like,
Oh, he
cause
was a
kind
big inspiration too. Sorry.
his
That was
music is
one.
great.
Yeah.
He loves Mac Miller. I mean, I think it's probably his favorite artist if I had to guess. And I think he's in that spot where like he, oh, I'm not very good at this. I'm just gonna do it as a hobby, and I'm not gonna release it. But like, as someone, I mean, I've released stuff, like I've written, and I'm not saying I'm fucking fantastic by any means, but like his shit bangs, like,
Mhm.
and like I think he just overthinks it, and I think that happens with a lot of people. Like,
Oh yeah.
and I'm not saying he picked it up and put it down or anything, because he still does it. Like, he does it constantly, but um, just in general, like if you try something out one time and it doesn't work, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Like, you have to
Yeah.
actually give shit a try.
Like I have a friend like that too. Well, he's like starting to like he recorded something recently and it like made me really happy because like he was like in that same mindset, like overthinking and like, oh, I don't know if it's good enough. I don't know if it's good enough. But I don't mean to be telling stories out of school, but this kid, he could give Token a run for his money. Like they could go bar for bar, and I feel like they could either both have a chance of like, I don't know, like impressing each other and also like outdoing each other, like offending each other. Cause like I feel like he's just that good. Like I
Spitting wise, like
yeah,
fast.
like fast, and like it makes like some of the bars that he has are just like the
See, I
what is
love that shit. Like
like the,
people that question themselves and then like their shit, like the
yeah,
shit's hot. Like my
dude.
friend is the same way. Like I he can't. I mean I don't know that he can't not spit, but like what he focuses on is like more
Mhm,
Mac Miller esque.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
some of the fucking like when he freestyles, some of the bars he uses, I'm like, God damn, you came up with that on the spot.
Yeah, it's like
Like
you
it
see someone get in that groove and you're like, God.
like dude, get in the groove when you're recording and you can make some hot shit. Like it's not like just do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's hard to
Zen, if you're listening, record some more shit, bro.
yeah, for real. Like what what's his say it clearly. What was his
Oh,
name?
Zen.
Zen? Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
get on that shit,
Zen.
bro. Is he gonna be listening?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Shout,
He
shout
might
out
be.
to you, man, if you're here. But
Yeah,
yeah, if you're doing good, dude, I'm glad to hear that. Because like I said, it's been a rough time for a lot of people, and a
definitely.
lot of people probably aren't where we are, and that's unfortunate. Use vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
A lot of people need vitamin D, dude.
Oh yeah.
Eh, I'm stealing this from Joe Rogan, but like a
Yeah.
lot of people are deficient in vitamin D, and it's really bad for your immune system.
Mhm.
Uh, especially during a time like this, everyone should be using vitamin D. Uh,
Yeah. Everyone should be going outside. Like,
exactly.
I heard like staying inside too long can actually hurt your immune system because you're not exposing yourself to
I
the
think
natural world.
it
Yeah,
has to do with the vitamins that you get from being outside. Um,
definitely.
like vitamin D comes from the sun and shit. I think.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that I could be just spewing fucking the wrong vitamin,
I
but
just I just remember that because it's on the sunny D.
the
That's how
sunny
I
D,
remember
the
vitamin
vitamin
D.
D. See, I didn't even think about that, but you're absolutely right.
That's the only way I know.
Oh my God. Well, man, I know we're coming up on almost an hour actually.
Uh,
So that's
def-
fucking that's great.
oh, yeah.
Um I appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me. For real, like I've had a really good time. It's
And yeah,
nice.
this has been fun, dude. Like I haven't had this much fun on a podcast in a while. So I again thank you. It's been fucking fantastic.
Awesome.
Well,
Um,
man, go ahead and
yeah.
plug your links and stuff. Where can people find you?
Okay. They can find me on Spotify, YouTube. I stopped using SoundCloud, but I probably should upload stuff on there. But it's all Justin Dreamz and Z at the end of Dreams. So like anywhere you can find music like Pandora and stuff. Pandora, iTunes,
Damn, really? You
Spotify.
got shit on Pandora?
Yeah, like I use a distributor.
Is
So
it?
like
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how do you even do that? Because like, I've never distributed music other than to YouTube, but like
oh
I don't hear a lot of people say that they're on Pandora. To be honest.
really? Oh, it's honestly simpler than you think. You just look up music distributors like they got DistroKid, um TuneCore. Oh, they have so many more too. But research them, see which ones work for you. And it's like Anchor, like for podcasts.
Oh, okay.
I
I
heard you,
love
yeah.
Anchor. Yeah,
I heard you plug Anchor and I was like, oh dude, that sounds so cool. I probably need that.
I
And I
love
was like,
Anchor. Yeah, dude.
it's just like DistroKid. Like they'll put it out to wherever you
Okay.
need to go. Or
So
yeah,
yeah, no, that makes total sense because I use Anchor as my distributor.
nice.
But I kind of interrupted you. So Justin Dreams, you said YouTube, Instagram, what else?
Instagram, I don't think Twitter. I think Twitter is that, yeah. Twitter, freaking just everywhere. Justin Dreams. I'm on TikTok. I have TikTok songs, but anywhere, yeah, Justin Dreams. Just anywhere you can find music, I'm on most places. So
Well, dude, thank you. This has
Thank
been
you.
Justin Harris, aka Justin Dreams. I appreciate you being here, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Nick
Yeah.
Catastrophe.
Absolutely, man.
Oh,
All right, man. I'll catch you later.
peace, man. Thanks.
Appreciate you being here.
Hell yeah.